Last Sunday at Bad Blood, trust was broken, and championships changed hands in dramatic fashion. Solo Sikoa made a stunning return during the opening contest. Rather than siding with The Rock's new bloodline, Solo helped his brothers, the Usos, secure the win, seemingly rejoining the OG Bloodline. Then, GM Nick Aldis added fuel to the fire, booking Caesar Sikoa versus his own teammate, Tama Tonga, for the Intercontinental Championship. Tama fell during the match, but before medical help could arrive, Caesar seized the opportunity, pinning Tama to become the new champion. In the night's main event, Jacob Fatu took desperate measures by taking out the referee and calling on The Rock to tip the scales. But before The Rock could even make his entrance, he was blindsided by Roman Reigns' backup plan. The entire arena stood in shock as The Rock was taken out by a towel-wearing Samoan submission specialist. This critical moment of hesitation allowed Roman Reigns to become the first man ever to pin Jacob Fatu, crowning a brand new undisputed champion. With Samoa Joe unveiled, allegiances at a breaking point, and the landscape of SmackDown now highly unpredictable, what will this new alliance mean for The Rock's bloodline?
Hold on a second. What is happening here? The fourth man in this five-man battle royal is supposed to be Braun Strowman, but Braun Strowman, the powerhouse of WWE, has been laid out cold in the parking lot. It looks like someone's sending a message here tonight, but who could have done this? Hold on to your seats, folks. This just got even crazier. The fifth man in tonight's five-man battle royal is none other than Oba Femi, and he's making his main roster debut right here, right now. This is the kind of call-up that gets the entire locker room talking. The five-man battle royal has just become a four-man match by default, and you have to wonder, did someone in the back orchestrate this attack to eliminate Strowman from the equation? Was this sabotage, or is this part of a bigger plan? Look at the size of this guy. Oba Femi is an absolute monster. The superstars in that ring have to be looking over their shoulders, knowing that they've now got an even bigger challenge on their hands. Oba Femi's debut is a huge moment, but there's an eerie cloud hanging over this match. Could he have been the one behind Strowman's brutal attack? Was it a strategic move by Oba Femi to eliminate a major threat right before stepping into the ring? It certainly wouldn't be out of the question for someone with his strength and power to make that kind of impact before even stepping foot in the ring. We've got Oba Femi, one of the most dominant forces to come out of NXT, making his debut on the main roster tonight. The stakes are huge, folks. The winner of this battle royal will get a future shot at Roman Reigns. Can Jacob Fatu keep his momentum going after everything that's happened? Will Cody Rhodes seize the opportunity for redemption? And can Randy Orton use his experience to outlast the competition? And remember, folks, Braun Strowman is out of the picture tonight. We don't know who took him out, but Oba Femi's arrival definitely raises some questions. Could he have been behind it all? There's a lot of mystery in the air, and we're about to find out who walks out of this match as the victor. Is standing tall, his hand raised in victory after what was an intense five-man battle royal. But hold on, the bell hasn't rung, and something doesn't feel right here. This can't be good, folks.
I'm so sorry, Cody, but tonight isn't over. I know this may not be what you expected, but a member of the board just spoke to me and insisted that tonight's main event must be exactly as advertised, a five-man match. Now, I hate to do this, and believe me, I don't like it. But the board insists, and we have no choice in the matter. With that said, there is still one more opponent to enter this match tonight. So, I'm afraid, Cody, your victory is on hold because the match is not over. As advertised, this will be a 5-man match. So unfortunately, as advertised, this will be a 5-man match.
You have got to be kidding me. Oh my God. The Rock is here, and not only that, he's walking right down to the ring, and it looks like he's about to inject himself into this 5-man battle royal. This crowd is absolutely livid right now. The boos are deafening. This is unbelievable. The Rock has absolutely inserted himself into this match at the last minute. Nick Aldis just confirmed that The Rock was involved with the board, pushing his agenda to get into this match. And you've got to wonder, did he manipulate his way into this opportunity to ensure his own victory? What's worse is the fact that The Rock didn't even have to earn his way into this match. Jacob Fatu, out of nowhere, sneaks in and smashes Cody across the back with the Brahma Bull guitar. The very same one The Rock used back in 2003 at the People's Concert right before WrestleMania 19. The Rock has hijacked this match, and he's doing whatever it takes to ensure he comes out on top. I can't believe what I'm seeing here, folks. The Rock has just delivered the People's Elbow to Cody Rhodes, and that's not all. He just threw him over the top rope, eliminating him from the match. The Rock has done it. He's the last man standing, and with that, he becomes the #1 contender for Roman Reigns' Undisputed Championship. What does this mean for Roman Reigns? Does he even care that The Rock is now his #1 contender? And how will Cody Rhodes respond to the way he was robbed of this match? We have no answers yet, but one thing's for sure. The Rock has made a powerful statement tonight. Down tonight with a man who's been at the center of all the chaos in recent weeks. Solo Sikoa is making his way to the ring, and there's still so many unanswered questions surrounding this man. Let's be honest, Solo has been a man without a true home ever since Bad Blood, and last week things only got worse for him. Not only did he lose his claim to the Undisputed Championship thanks to the board ruling his cash-in void, but now he's been embarrassed by the O.G Bloodline's new enforcer, Samoa Joe. You have to wonder, after everything, where does Solo truly stand? Does he even know himself? Last week, Samoa Joe sent a loud and clear message to Solo Sikoa. Stay out of the O.G Bloodline's way. Joe humiliated Solo, making him look foolish in front of the entire WWE Universe.
I ain't standing behind nobody. I ain't taking orders from Roman or from The Rock. I ain't part of any bloodline now. I'm Solo Sikoa, and I'm the head of my own damn table. Everybody want to talk about family, about loyalty, about bloodline. Man, forget all that. You think I need family? I don't need nobody. All I need is time, because it's only a matter of time before the paperwork clears, and when that happens, my Money in the Bank contract will once again be active. And when that day comes, everybody in that locker room better watch their back, including Roman Reigns. But before I handle business, I got something else I need to take care of. Samoa Joe, last week you put your hands on me. You embarrassed me in front of the whole world. You think you're some kind of enforcer? You think you can step to me? Joe, you ain't fit to lace my boots. I ain't waiting for next week. I ain't waiting for some big match at a PLE. Joe, get out here right now.
Here we go. Things are about to get ugly. Oh boy, Solo Sikoa might have just made the biggest mistake of his life. And look at Solo Sikoa. He wanted Samoa Joe, and now Samoa Joe is here. But hold on a second. Solo isn't even in his ring gear. And now he's about to go one-on-one with one of the most dangerous men in the entire industry. This might be the worst decision Solo has ever made. Solo is a tough dude, but this is Samoa Joe we're talking about. The submission machine, the enforcer, the destroyer, and Solo just poked the bear, and the bear is about to eat him alive. Joe is not playing tonight. Just look at his face. Solo Sikoa called out Samoa Joe, and now he's about to pay for it. Joe versus Solo live on SmackDown. Someone better check on Solo, because this is about to be brutal. Oh my God! Samoa Joe is absolutely mauling Solo Sikoa. This is pure domination. Solo called for this fight, but I don't think he realized just who he was calling out. Joe is ripping him apart. Oh no, no way! He's going for it! Samoa Joe hoists him up. Muscle Buster, that's it! Samoa Joe has destroyed Solo Sikoa. Wow! What an embarrassment for Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa is going to regret every word he said tonight. He said Joe wasn't fit to lace his boots. Well, I'd say Joe just shoved those boots straight down Solo's throat. This was a destruction. And if I were Solo, I'd think twice before stepping to Samoa Joe ever again.
Tonga, you know what time it is. Tama's out. He's down. And yeah, that's a damn shame. But now that means it's your time. You gotta step up. You gotta move up that ladder. And this right here is your chance to prove exactly who the hell you are. This ain't about just holding down the new bloodline. This is about making a damn statement. You and me, we gotta do whatever it takes to make sure The Rock becomes undisputed champion. We gotta put everything on the line. No hesitation, no second guessing, at all costs. You hear me? All costs. Roman Reigns and his boys think they still run this place? Nah. That time is over. We're done waiting. We're done playing nice. From this point on, we go harder than ever before. Tama might be out, but the new bloodline stays strong. We run SmackDown, we run this business, and when The Rock wins the Undisputed Championship, ain't nobody gonna be able to stop us. So I need you to look me in the eyes right now and tell me, you ready to go to war? You ready to put it all on the line for the bloodline? You ready to make sure The Rock walks out champion? That's what I thought. Now let's handle business.
Let's rewind to last week. Cody Rhodes fought through hell in that battle royal. He was the last man standing. He had the match won, or so he thought. But then politics, manipulation, corruption, call it whatever you want, but The Rock used his pull on the board of directors to insert himself into the match late, completely unearned. And what happened next? Cody was moments away from winning when Fatu blindsided him with The Rock's Brahma Bull guitar, the same one Rock used at the People's Concert before WrestleMania 19. An iconic moment turned into a weapon of betrayal. That left Cody wide open for The Rock to swoop in, hit the People's Elbow, and toss him over the top rope. Cody Rhodes did everything right. He fought tooth and nail. He outlasted some of the best in WWE today, and he should be the #1 contender for the Undisputed Championship. But instead, The Rock is getting that opportunity, and it was all orchestrated behind the scenes. And you can bet that's eating Cody alive right now. Cody Rhodes isn't out here to entertain. He isn't out here for a moment. He's out here for revenge. And after what went down last week, I wouldn't blame him one bit if he called out both The Rock and Jacob Fatu right now.
I knew this was going to happen. From the moment The Rock joined the board of directors, I knew this was the beginning of the end of SmackDown's integrity. I didn't want to believe it. I wanted to believe that SmackDown would stay a place where the best fought the best, where hard work mattered, where if you earned your shot, you got your shot. But look around. Look at what's happening to this show. You've got management bending to The Rock's will. You've got backdoor deals influencing matches. And last week, I was the last man standing in that battle royal. I won the match, and what happened? The Rock made one phone call to his friends on the board, inserted himself in at the last minute, and stole what I earned. And if that wasn't bad enough, he sent his attack dog, Jacob Fatu, to crack a guitar over my back. A guitar! Really, Rock? That's what this has come to? Cheap shots and manipulation? This isn't SmackDown anymore. This is The Rock's personal playground. And if I'm being honest with all of you, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want any part of it, so I'm not going to waste my time fighting an uphill battle against corruption. I'm not going to let The Rock and his backstage pull dictate my career. That's why I'm demanding to be traded to Raw. If SmackDown is The Rock's kingdom, then send me to Raw where I can fight for a championship the right way, where I don't have to worry about boardroom meetings and favoritism deciding my fate. I've worked too damn hard to let politics decide my legacy.
Cody, I hear you. I understand why you're frustrated, and honestly, I don't blame you. I've watched this show evolve over the past few months, and I'll be the first to admit, The Rock's influence on SmackDown is undeniable. Boardroom calls, last-minute changes, power moves being made behind the scenes. It's all happening. You feel like you're being pushed out in favor of The Rock and his regime, and I get that. But here's the thing, Cody. I don't get pushed around. And while I can't control what happens at the corporate level, what I can control is what happens inside this ring. So you want out? You want to be traded? Not happening. SmackDown is still your home, and whether you like it or not, you're still a main event player on this brand. You don't run away when things don't go your way, Cody. You fight, and that's exactly what you're going to do tonight. Because I'm giving you exactly what you want, your chance at revenge. Tonight's main event is going to be Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. But we're going to make sure there are no excuses, because this isn't just any match. It's no disqualification.
He wanted a fresh start on Raw, but instead, Nick Aldis just handed him a different path.
As the undisputed champion, I don't just hold this title. I hold the locker room. I lead this brand, just like I've been leading this industry for the past 4 years. That's what it means to be the tribal chief. It ain't just about being champ. It's about running the show. And when you run the show, you gotta keep your eyes open. You gotta make sure the people in charge, the decision makers, are making the right choices for this brand. And Nick Aldis, I'm watching you. Let's break it down. Jacob Fatu ain't walking out there alone. He's got an entire army behind him. He's got The Rock watching his back. He's got Tonga Loa, Zilla Fatu, Bad Luck, and God knows who else in his corner. So when you make a match where anything goes, what do you really think is gonna happen? Now, Cody, I get it. You're angry. You want revenge after what happened last week. And trust me, I know exactly what it's like when The Rock and his little boardroom buddies start pulling the strings behind your back. But what you don't realize is that this is a trap. This ain't a fair fight. It never was. And unless you got a plan, you're walking straight into a slaughter. I ain't saying I like the guy, but I hate watching people get screwed over. So if you got any sense left, Aldis, you better start thinking about how you're gonna handle this. Because if you lose control of SmackDown, the real locker room leader is gonna have to step in. And trust me, you don't want that.
Roman Reigns is not happy, and you know what? He's got a damn good point. A no DQ match between Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu, that's basically a green light for the entire new bloodline to get involved. And if Nick Aldis doesn't have a plan to keep things in check, then what exactly is Cody actually walking into tonight? Roman Reigns isn't just protecting his own interests anymore. He's watching out for SmackDown as a whole. And if Nick Aldis doesn't keep this show under control, I have a feeling that Roman will do it for him. Here comes the Intercontinental Champion, Zilla Fatu. And I have to say, it's been an interesting couple of weeks for this young man. He's made it very clear that he wants to stand on his own 2 feet, that he refuses to be called Caesar Sikoa anymore. And honestly, this kind of disobedience feels very familiar. We've seen this before, haven't we? Think about what happened with Solo Sikoa. He wanted to separate himself. He wanted to be his own man. But guess what? The bloodline doesn't tolerate rebellion. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. No way is this really happening. Do you hear that music? That's Rikishi's music. But there's no way. This can't be real. Keeping it in the family, huh? This might be the most surreal moment we've seen in a long time. Wait a minute. Hold on just a second. Scotty 2 Hotty, this man is a legend in his own right. He was one of Rikishi's closest allies back in the day. They danced together after matches. They ran wild as part of Too Cool. But is this a wise move? He hasn't been in a WWE ring for years. And now he's stepping up to face Zilla Fatu, one of the most dangerous men on SmackDown. This could be a horrible mistake. Look at Zilla Fatu, he's laughing. And I don't blame him. This man has been wrecking superstars left and right. And now you're telling me his challenger is Scotty 2 Hotty? Listen, I respect the guy, I really do. But this isn't 2000 anymore. This is Zilla Fatu's era. And I gotta say, this might be the biggest mistake of Scotty's life. Scotty's got heart, I'll give him that. But is that enough when you're standing across from a Fatu? Is that enough when you're facing a man who has the same blood as Jacob Fatu and The Rock? A man who's trying to carve out his own path and make a statement every single week. I don't know if Scotty realizes what he's just signed up for. And here we go. The Intercontinental Championship is on the line, but let's take a step back for a second and really think about what we're witnessing here. This is symbolic. This is deeply personal, whether Zilla Fatu realizes it or not. Because let's not forget, Scotty 2 Hotty isn't just some random challenger. This man was family to Rikishi back in the day. They ran together, they danced together, they won championships together, and now, standing Coming across the ring from him is Zilla Fatu, the next generation. A man who represents a new era of dominance. A man who has refused to be called Caesar Sikoa. A man who is walking his own path in the bloodline. But whether Zilla wants to admit it or not, Scotty 2 Hotty is a part of his family's history. And that's it! It's over! Zilla Fatu just obliterated Scotty 2 Hotty in one of the most one-sided beatdowns we've ever seen. I don't know if this was a tribute or a warning, but one thing is clear. Zilla Fatu's stock continues to rise.
You and me, that's water under the bridge now. I know you want revenge, I get it. Jacob Fatu screwed you last week. The Rock screwed you. The whole damn system is rigged in their favor. But tonight, you don't fight alone. Tonight, I'm sending out my troops. The O.G Bloodline is backing you up. The Usos, Samoa Joe, whoever you need, they're gonna be out there watching your back. Because I know exactly how this goes. You don't gotta say anything, but we both know Jacob Fatu ain't coming out there alone. They're gonna stack the deck. That's what The Rock does. He plays the numbers game. But tonight, we even the odds.
Here we go. It's main event time. And as expected, Jacob Fatu is not alone. Look at this. Flanked by Bad Blood and Tonga Loa, exactly as Roman Reigns predicted. This was never going to be a fair fight. And you have to wonder if Cody Rhodes realizes what he's walking into. Fatu is dangerous enough on his own, but when he has these two monsters by his side, Cody Rhodes is walking straight into a death trap. And if Roman's instinct was right, then Cody better have some backup of his own. And just look at Jacob Fatu. Not a shred of hesitation. He's been running through this roster. He's been unstoppable. And tonight, he wants to add Cody Rhodes to the list. But let's be honest, does Cody even stand a chance when Fatu's got these two men at ringside? This is going to be brutal. The energy in the arena shifts. The WWE Universe is waiting, anticipating, because everyone knows what comes next. The real question is Cody prepared for this? And will the OG Bloodline keep their promise? And here comes Cody Rhodes, but he's not alone. Look at this. The undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos, are with him. Roman Reigns stayed true to his word and has armed Cody with reinforcements. You can cut the tension with a knife. Look at this standoff. On one side, Jacob Fatu, Bad Luck, and Tonga Loa ready to destroy Cody Rhodes and make a statement for The Rock's bloodline. But on the other side, Cody Rhodes and the Usos bringing the fight straight to them. This is what SmackDown has become, a full-blown civil war. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know this. This match isn't going to be pretty. This is going to be a war. And the question remains, who's walking out of here in one piece? This is exactly what Roman Reigns was worried about. Jacob Fatu has an entire army behind him, and Cody Rhodes has got the Usos, but outside interference is going to be the name of the game tonight. Let's not forget what makes this matchup even more incredible. Jacob Fatu. This man has only ever been pinned once in his career, and that was by the tribal chief himself, Roman Reigns. That says a lot about just how dominant Fatu is in that ring. Can Cody Rhodes pull off the impossible tonight? Can he break the unthinkable and pin the seemingly unstoppable Fatu? It's an uphill battle, no question about it. But if there's anyone who knows how to rise to the occasion and defy the odds, it's Cody Rhodes. But Jacob Fatu, a man who moves like a freight train, whose power is unrivaled, isn't going to let Cody take that from him easily. It's all about who can dig deeper, who can survive the storm and seize the moment. Can Cody do the unthinkable here tonight? It's all breaking down already. The bell has barely rung and chaos has already erupted at ringside. Bad Luck Fale and Jey Uso are brawling into the crowd. It's like a war zone out here. here. Neither of them is holding back. just hit. The final boss is here. Look at the look on the faces of the Usos and Jacob Fatu. This is it. The Rock is in the building, and you know he has one thing on his mind. Dominance. Is he coming for Cody Rhodes, or does he have other plans tonight? Look at him. The Rock is making his way down here like he owns the place. And with everything that's gone on between him, Roman, and the new bloodline, you've got to think tonight could be a defining moment for The Rock's legacy and his control over SmackDown. Hold on a second. Oh my God. The undisputed champion has seen enough. The Rock takes one step forward, then another, and now he's walking back up the ramp. He wants Roman. They're going to collide right here, right now. Oh my God, The Rock swings first. Here we go. Rock and Roman are throwing right hands. It's a full-blown brawl. These two megastars are beating the hell out of each other, and security is rushing to the stage. Here comes WWE officials, staff members, anyone who can try to separate them. We knew this was coming, but we didn't know it would be tonight. Roman Reigns versus The Rock is inevitable, but they can't wait until WrestleMania. They want to destroy each other right now. Samoa Joe. Joe just jumped the barricade. Samoa Joe just took out Jacob Fatu. And now look at this. He's already escaping through the crowd. Joe didn't stick around. He didn't wait for payback. What did we just witness? Samoa Joe just changed the course of this match in a matter of seconds. What a chaotic end to SmackDown. The Rock and Roman brawling on the stage. Samoa Joe taking out Fatu. Cody stealing the win. This show just exploded into total mayhem.
Bloodline's family feud continues to consume SmackDown, and last week, tensions exploded in ways no one saw coming. Seeking revenge, Solo called out Samoa Joe for a fight, but what followed was nothing short of humiliation. Joe dismantled Solo in under 3 minutes, leaving him embarrassed and out of options. After The Rock used his corporate power to steal Cody Rhodes' spot as #1 contender, Cody had enough, demanding a trade to Raw. But GM Nick Aldis refused, instead offering Cody the next best thing, a chance at revenge against Jacob Fatu. To make sure it was a fair fight, Roman Reigns personally vowed to have Cody's back, promising to match any firepower that the new bloodline might bring. But in the night's main event, chaos erupted. Roman Reigns and The Rock ignited an all-out confrontation ahead of their WrestleMania clash, while Samoa Joe struck again, jumping the barricade to take down Jacob Fatu. The distraction allowed Cody Rhodes to do the unthinkable, becoming only the second man in history to defeat the Samoan werewolf. The road to WrestleMania continues tonight on SmackDown.
Here we go, folks. Brace yourselves. If you felt the tension last week, it just might snap tonight, because the new bloodline is marching out to kick off SmackDown, and look who's leading the charge. The Rock, the self-anointed final boss, clutching that Brahma Bull title like it's a golden scepter. Right behind him, a seething Jacob Fatu, still sporting the welt from that steel chair Samoa Joe flung at his skull. And flanking them, the towering presence of Hikuleo and the ever-dangerous Tonga Loa. But take stock of what or who we're not seeing. There is no Zilla Fatu tonight. The Intercontinental Champion, the man who refuses to be called Caesar, is conspicuously absent from this procession. After the stunt Samoa Joe pulled and the loss Jacob suffered thanks to Cody Rhodes, you have to wonder if there's unrest simmering behind the scenes. 1 week removed from the most chaotic ending SmackDown's had in years. Joe ambushes Fatu, Cody steals the win, and Roman Reigns brawls with The Rock on the stage. There is absolutely no chance this night unfolds peacefully.
You know, Roman, I hope you're enjoying that black eye you gave me last week, because let me tell you something. That's the last shot you'll be getting in for a long, long time. But listen, Roman, we don't need to talk about WrestleMania right now. No, we'll deal with that in due time. What we need to talk about right now is something even bigger, something that's going to shake the foundation of this company. You see, before we get to WrestleMania, before we even think about the final chapter, we've got a war to fight first. A little thing called War Games. And the new bloodline, we're gonna win that, no doubt about it. The momentum is back in our hands. Jacob, Hikuleo, Tonga, we're coming for everything. And now, the man who's gonna help us seal the deal is a guy that's been biding his time. And now, he's clear to compete.
Well, there it is. The Rock's announcement is clear, folks. Tama Tonga is ready to compete, and that means trouble for anyone standing in the way of the new bloodline. And make no mistake, The Rock's got his eyes on everything right now. War Games, Roman, you name it. This is only the beginning of a new chapter for the bloodline, and the stakes are higher than ever. Oh, hang on just a second here. Look who it is.
Tonga, it's great to see you back, man. But I'm here to remind you that your career almost ended because of your own teammate. You know, Zilla, he didn't just win the Intercontinental Championship like everyone thinks. No. He injured you on purpose. He sabotaged you so he could take what was rightfully yours. Now, I'm not just gonna talk about it. No, I've got the footage to prove it. I've been watching this whole bloodline mess unfold, and I have to say, Zilla Fatu's move was a calculated one. He didn't just beat you, Tama, he took you out intentionally. He made sure you couldn't defend that title, and I think you know that. But it's all good, Tama, I got you. I made a call, and our bounty hunter will take care of that for you. There you go, Tama. That's how we do things in the O.G Bloodline. I made a call. Samoa Joe did the rest. Zilla Fatu's reign as Intercontinental Champion. It's over. You're welcome.
You can just tell by the way he's seething. Roman just pulled a fast one on him, and The Rock knows it. Not only did Samoa Joe take out Zilla, but now Roman has managed to plant seeds of doubt in Tama Tonga's mind.
Samoa Joe, you've had yourself a little bit of a field day these past few weeks, haven't you? First, you took out Solo Sikoa in record time. Then, you went on to put Zilla Fatu on the shelf. And most recently, you cost Jacob his match last week. You've made quite an impression, but it's time for you to step up and face the consequences of your actions. You see, Joe, it's clear you've been on a rampage, doing things your way. You've been acting like a one-man wrecking crew. But I'm here to tell you that your reign of chaos on SmackDown is about to face a real test. This isn't just about you causing a riot. You're going to face the kind of opponent that will force you to step out of your comfort zone and actually fight for your dominance. Jacob Fatu, logically I get it. That match is money, no doubt. But that's not a match we're going to rush into on SmackDown. However, tonight, Samoa Joe, you're going to face someone who might just be the biggest challenge of your career. The man I've lined up for you tonight is a force to be reckoned with. And let's just say, you're not going to want to miss this.
Oh, this is getting juicy. Nick Aldis has just dropped a bombshell, telling Samoa Joe that he's going to be in the biggest test of his career, and we still don't know who his opponent is tonight. After what we've seen Joe do, there's no telling who Aldis has in mind for him, but one thing's for sure, it's gonna be big. And the scariest part, he's not stopping. His warpath continues, and Nick Aldis just said that Joe's about to face the biggest test of his career tonight. But who is going to be the one to finally slow him down? That's the million-dollar question right now. Joe's not just a wrecking ball. He's destroyed everyone who's gotten in his way. And now we're left wondering who Aldis has in mind for him tonight. Oh my God, are you kidding me? It's Cody Rhodes, the man who defeated Jacob Fatu last week in a no disqualification match, the man who's been through hell and back, and now he's got to go one-on-one with Samoa Joe. I can't believe it, folks. This is about to be a clash of titans. Cody Rhodes, who last week survived a brutal fight with Jacob Fatu and came out victorious, is stepping into the ring with Samoa Joe, the man who helped him win that match, but has made it clear that he's now in control of his own destiny. What's going to happen when these two men meet in the middle of the ring tonight? forget, just a few weeks ago, Roman Reigns made a deal with Cody Rhodes, promising to have his back, only for Cody to go on his own path. Roman promised Cody he'd help him, but now Cody has walked right into the crosshairs of the man that's been sent to destroy anyone who stands in his way, Samoa Joe. This is the kind of match that will make or break Cody's momentum. One-on-one with the most dangerous man in the OG Bloodline. What a statement this will be, no matter who wins. Oh my God, what a match, what a battle. These two men have pushed each other to their limits, but it's Samoa Joe who stands victorious here tonight. Coquina clutch locked in tight, and it's lights out for Cody Rhodes. Joe wins, and this may just be the biggest victory of his entire career. Oh my God, what on earth? Samoa Joe isn't done yet. He's gone completely unhinged. After that hard-fought victory, he's not just walking away, he's going after Cody again. I don't know what just got into Samoa Joe, but this is unnecessary. There's no reason for this after the match is over. Joe didn't have to do this.
Rome, we gotta talk about this. Samoa Joe's action tonight, That ain't it, bro. Cody's a friend of the O.G Bloodline, and he had no business doing that. You gotta reel Joe in before it gets out of hand. I'm telling you, he's getting too dangerous. We don't need that kind of chaos in the family. Yeet. I understand Joe's been helping us out, but this ain't the way, man. You know we've always had each other's backs, but Joe's starting to cross lines we can't ignore anymore. Yeet.
We are live from the Survivor Series. One of the biggest nights of the year is finally here, and it's all come down to this, the main event. The atmosphere is absolutely electric as we kick things off with the O.G Bloodline making their way to the ring. This is the most dangerous faction in WWE history. Roman Reigns and the Usos are the foundation of the O.G Bloodline, and now they have Samoa Joe in their corner. There is no one more dominant in this company right now than this group. But tonight in War Games, they're going to face the ultimate test. They've got to prove they can stand together, fight together, and survive together. Roman's been unstoppable as of late, but with the chaos brewing within the bloodline, Samoa Joe's unpredictable actions, the tension between one and the other, they're the War Games is no more an ordinary match. Everything changes when you step inside that steel cage structure.
Jake, listen up. Tonight is big. War Games. The stakes couldn't be higher, but there's something I need you to understand. Tonga's back, so that means we've got the numbers. I don't need to step into that cage tonight. I've got bigger things brewing. You're the captain. You're the one who's going to lead us to victory, and I have complete faith in you. You've been put through the grinder, but you come out stronger every time. And tonight, you're the one who's going to show everyone what the new bloodline is made of. I've got a huge reveal coming up tonight, and it's something that'll change the landscape of this company forever. But for now, focus on leading your team to victory and War Games. Everything else.
There it is, folks. The Rock has just handed the reins to Jacob Fatu. No more leadership role for The Rock tonight, and Jacob is now in charge. It sounds like The Rock has something huge brewing for later tonight, but for now, it's up to Jacob and the new bloodline to show everyone what they're capable of inside that War Games structure. This is the moment Jacob Fatu has been waiting for. With Tama Tonga cleared and back in action, The Rock might be stepping aside tonight, but he's made it clear. Jacob Fatu is the one to lead. The question now is, can Jacob Fatu step up and deliver for the new bloodline tonight? Even without The Rock, this is still one of the most formidable groups in WWE history. Remember earlier when The Rock said he had a huge reveal planned? Now, I don't know about you, but when The Rock says he's got something big brewing, you better believe it's going to be something game-changing. He's been quiet about it, but he made it clear Jacob Fatu is leading the charge tonight, but there's something even bigger coming. And with everything going on inside War Games right now, could The Rock be orchestrating something behind the scenes? This match is pure mayhem, folks, but it's clear there's a bigger story unfolding here tonight. The Rock isn't one to back down from a challenge, and whatever he's got in store, we'll see soon enough. But for now, it's War Games, and the new bloodline looks as dangerous as ever. Wait, what on earth is that referee doing? The official at ringside just scooped up Roman Reigns' undisputed championship and is flat out sprinting up the aisle. Iron Giant taps out for the first time, and the OG Bloodline reigns supreme at War Games. But wait, look at Roman's hand. He's celebrating, but there's no championship in his grasp. Earlier, someone grabbed his undisputed title and bolted backstage. Just a minute, the final boss is in the house. Well, I'll be damned. For the love of God, it's Paul Heyman, and Heyman is holding Roman's title. Heyman just handed the undisputed title to The Rock. My jaw is on the floor. The final boss and Paul Heyman on the same page. The look on Roman Reigns' face tells the entire story. Roman thought he had everything locked up after War Games, but now the returning Paul Heyman has just pulled the rug out from under him. Certainly unusual. GM Nick Aldis opening the show with a live entrance. That's not something we see every week, folks. You can tell by the look on his face. There's something important he needs to address. Nick Aldis is not a man who steps in front of the crowd lightly. So whatever he has to say tonight, you know it's going to be big. He's the man in charge, the one tasked with maintaining order. And after everything that went down at War Games and that shocking appearance by The Rock and Paul Heyman, you can bet the stakes have never been higher.
Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your patience tonight. I stand before you not just as the general manager of SmackDown, but as the representative of WWE's executive board. And tonight, I have a very important announcement to make, one that frankly is not entirely in my control. Effective immediately at the request of the WWE Board of Directors, tonight's originally scheduled main event has been changed. Instead of the match you were expecting, we will be bearing witness to a moment in history, the official reveal of The Rock's bronze statue. This statue will forever reside at WWE headquarters, signifying The Rock's immortal status in this industry. I know some of you may feel that this kind of accolade is premature, or that others on this roster might deserve similar recognition, and believe me, I understand those concerns. But let me be clear, this is not my decision. I'm simply the messenger, delivering the directive from the top.
Nick, before you step out of that ring, I need you to listen real close. I see what's happening around here. I see the strings being pulled, and I see you standing there, stuck in the middle of all this chaos that The Rock is stirring up. You think I don't know the position you're in? I get it. You're the GM, but let's be honest. As long as The Rock's sitting on that board of directors, you don't have any real power, do you? He's got his hand in everything now. Tonight's main event, changed on a whim. Statues instead of matches. That's the game he's playing. So I'm telling you right now, Nick, man to man, either you stand up for yourself or you're gonna lose this entire locker room. Because if you can't run this show, if you can't make the decisions that need to be made for the good of the brand, then maybe me and my family take our talents somewhere else, like Raw, because SmackDown deserves a leader. And if you're not gonna be that leader, then maybe we need to be somewhere that respects what we bring to the table. So think about it, Nick, because if you're not in control, then the OG Bloodline is gonna make sure we are.
Nick Aldis now finds himself in a very difficult position. His days as GM could be numbered, and he doesn't look happy about what Roman just said.
Yo, Oos, I gotta tell you, man, things are getting real shaky around here. Did you hear what Aldis just said? They're rolling out statues like this is some kind of museum. And now I'm out here about to face Jacob Fatu. And that ain't even the main event. Man, I'm getting real tired of the way SmackDown's looking these days. We the ones that built this place. We put in the work, and now we getting treated like second best. You gotta do something, Yus, because if you don't get a handle on this, man, the OG Bloodline gonna find themselves in a sticky situation. We gotta make sure these people respect us again. I know you got a plan, but whatever it is, it's gotta happen fast.
Here comes Jacob Fatu, and listen to this crowd. They are letting him have it tonight. Loud boos echo through the arena, and you can just feel the tension whenever this man steps foot in the ring. Jacob Fatu's been an absolute wrecking ball since arriving in WWE as the vice president of the new Bloodline. He's left a trail of broken bodies in his wake. Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes. He's taken them all down and made it look easy. He's not just a powerhouse. He's a force of nature. And every time he steps through that curtain, you know something big is about to happen. And let's not forget his role in the new bloodline. He's the Rock's enforcer, the muscle behind the movement. The fans might not like him, but you can't deny his impact. This man is a threat to everyone who steps in his path. Here comes Jey Uso, and just listen to this place erupt. He's coming through the crowd, and you can see the fans are absolutely losing their minds right now, chanting and yeeting in unison. Jay's got that energy, that presence that you just can't teach, and the WWE Universe loves him for it. This is a huge match. Jey Uso versus Jacob Fatu. Talk about a clash of the titans, a battle between two men who know what it means to be family, but have been on very different paths. Jay's had his own struggles lately, questioning where he stands, but you can bet he's going to bring the fight tonight. This is the kind of match that defines careers, folks. Jacob Fatu, the unstoppable vice president of the new bloodline, and Jey Uso, the man who's been fighting for respect his entire life. Get ready, because this one's going to be electric. This is exactly the kind of opportunity that doesn't come around every day, folks. Jey Uso is in there with Jacob Fatu, a man who has been absolutely unstoppable over the past 6 months. Every time Fatu steps into the ring, he's taking down some of the biggest names in WWE. He's on the brink of greatness, no question about it. But tonight, Jey Uso could change everything. If he manages to put a stop to that momentum, it's not just a win, it's a statement. It's Jey Uso telling the entire WWE Universe that he's not just Roman's right-hand man. He's a legitimate main event player in his own right. Imagine the boost of confidence, the shift in power if Jey Uso were the one to derail Jacob Fatu tonight. That's the kind of moment that defines a career. The stakes couldn't be higher for Jey. This could be the night he takes all of Fatu's momentum and makes it his own. Think about the ripple effect this would have across the entire bloodline dynamic. If Jey Uso manages to topple Jacob Fatu tonight, that sends shockwaves all the way up to The Rock himself. Jay's always been the underdog, the guy fighting to get out from under Roman's shadow. But tonight, he's got the chance to carve out his own legacy. Let's not forget, Jacob Fatu's been The Rock's enforcer, the man who's kept the new bloodline's grip on this company ironclad. He's the one who's been feared in locker rooms, who's decimated everyone who's stepped up. Every yeet chant from the crowd tonight is a reminder of how much the fans believe in him. If he pulls this off, it's not just a win, it's a seismic shift in the entire bloodline landscape. The end could be near for Jey Uso. And just like that, the Samoan Werewolf takes care of business here on SmackDown. Jacob Fatu's momentum continues. Hang on just a second here. It seems that Fatu isn't done here. Jey Uso could be in serious trouble here. The Samoan Werewolf now reaching for a foreign object. Ouch. Uso getting the living snot beaten out of him with a steel chair. Someone needs to step in and stop this. Hang on just a second. Look who's here. Here comes Joe. Samoa Joe is in the house. This place has come unglued. And down goes Fatu. Samoa Joe just dropped Jacob where he stood. What a statement of intent from the Samoan submission machine. Joe stands tall, sending a clear message to Jacob Fatu. There's someone out there who won't let him run roughshod over this entire roster. And can you imagine what it would be like if these two absolute monsters went one-on-one? The kind of physicality, the kind of intensity we'd see in that ring. These are two of the most dangerous men to ever set foot in WWE.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to what's next, I want to take a moment to thank both Jacob Fatu and Jey Uso for delivering an incredible co-main event. You both proved exactly why you're among the very best this industry has to offer. That was a classic. Now, as promised, the WWE Universe is in for a treat you won't soon forget. Up next, we will witness the official unveiling of The Rock's immortal statue, a piece created by a world-renowned artist, someone who has worked tirelessly to bring this vision to life. I know tensions are high, and there's a lot of controversy around The Rock's influence here on SmackDown, but make no mistake, tonight's moment will go down in history as a tribute to one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time. Trust me when I say you will not want to miss this.
Here they come, folks. The new bloodline led by the final boss himself. Listen to this place. You can feel the energy shift whenever The Rock makes his presence felt. After everything that went down at Survivor Series, and let's not forget, we're all anticipating the arrival of Paul Heyman later tonight. He's the ultimate chess master, and aligning himself with The Rock might just be his greatest move yet. If The Rock has Paul Heyman at his side, I can only imagine what that means for the future of SmackDown and for Roman Reigns himself. You know, when The Rock decided to align himself with Paul Heyman and take Roman's championship, it felt like we were witnessing a hostile takeover right before our eyes. Survivor Series was supposed to be about the bloodline proving who the real head of the table is, but The Rock flipped the script and turned it into a coronation of his own power. We all know Heyman's track record. He's the ultimate opportunist. Aligning with The Rock is like giving a king an extra army. I'm telling you right now, Roman Reigns has every reason to be looking over his shoulder because The Rock and Heyman together, that's a threat unlike anything we've ever seen.
Now let me make one thing perfectly clear. Roman, The Rock, heard your little complaints earlier tonight, crying like a baby because you couldn't be the center of attention during tonight's main event. But guess what, Roman? Tonight isn't about you, it's about The Rock. It's about the final boss getting the recognition he deserves. And let's talk about my man, Jacob Fatu. While you were complaining, Jacob was celebrating over the moon to step aside from the main event because even Jacob knows that what's about to happen tonight is bigger than any one match. It's history, it's legacy, it's immortal. So let me introduce you to the man who knows exactly how big this moment is. The man who made all of this possible. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome The Rock's personal wise man, Paul Heyman.
Oh man, The Rock is just laying it on thick tonight, completely belittling Roman Reigns and showing no mercy. And now Paul Heyman's coming out carrying Roman Reigns' own undisputed championship, the same one he handed to The Rock at Survivor Series. This is like a slap in the face to Roman and the entire O.G Bloodline. You've got to be kidding me. Heyman is flaunting that title like it's his personal trophy, and you can see the smug look on his face as he walks down the ramp. And with Heyman carrying that belt, it's like a physical reminder that The Rock didn't just take Roman's title, he took his legacy.
Without further ado, let's get to the real reason we're all here tonight. We've got something that's going to be the centerpiece of WWE headquarters. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're about to unveil the greatest monument in WWE history.
Wait a minute, what is this? Roman's music hits and here comes the tribal chief himself wearing the undisputed championship around his waist. But hold on a second, didn't Paul Heyman just bring out Roman's title moments ago? This is absolutely insane. We've got The Rock statue still in that wooden crate, suspended like a monument waiting to be revealed. And now Roman Reigns walks out with the undisputed title.
Let me make something perfectly clear to everybody in this arena, to The Rock and to Paul Heyman. You think you pulled a fast one at Survivor Series? You think you outsmarted the tribal chief? Nah, that's not how this works. There's a reason I banished my wise men a long time ago, because I don't need one. I am the one true chief for a reason. I don't need Paul Heyman to tell me how to handle my business. I handle my business all by myself. You see, that referee Heyman paid off at Survivor Series to steal my title. He knew better than to cross Roman Reigns. I saw it coming from a mile away. So I did what I always do. I stayed 3 steps ahead. I switched the titles. The one you have, the one Heyman gave you, that's a replica. The title I'm wearing right now, that's the legitimate undisputed championship. The bottom line is this: you can't outsmart me, you can't dethrone me, and you sure as hell can't take my legacy away. Cause when you're at the top, there's only one man who calls the shots, and that's me. Oh, and by the way, Rock, while we're talking about staying ahead of the game, word travels fast in this business. You think I didn't catch wind of your little attempt to immortalize yourself with a statue? You think I was gonna stand by and let you overshadow the tribal chief on my own show? Nah, see, I made a call myself. I reached out to that world-renowned artist you bragged about, and let's let's just say I had a few last-second alterations made. So without further ado, let's get this over with. Let's reveal that statue, Rock. Let's show the world exactly what happens when you try to outshine Roman Reigns.
Oh my God, I can't believe what I'm seeing. The crane just lifted that wooden box, and are you kidding me? That's not the Rock statue at all. It's a statue of Roman Reigns. This place has completely erupted. The look on the Rock's face is priceless. Shock, anger, disbelief. Roman Reigns has not only stolen the Rock's moment, he's turned it into a celebration of himself. Roman Reigns just outplayed the Rock in front of the entire world. The final boss's big night just turned into the Tribal Chief's biggest statement yet.